Live.
Okay, so we are now officially midpoint of the ICC Cricket World Cup 2023, and it features a very, you may say, interesting clash between England and Sri Lanka at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium. But now the major update we are giving you is that England have won the toss and they have chosen to bat at the N. Chinnaswamy Stadium. Now that is a very, very interesting point now, because England must win game for them. If they do not win this, then they are in big trouble. If they do not win this, their title defense is all but out. So England versus Sri Lanka, England have opted to bat at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, and this is a very, very important game. And they have made 3 changes. England have made 3 changes. Sri Lanka have also made changes, and because of this, now it's going to be a very, very important game for both of them. Starting off with the England team, they have essentially decided, let's make 3 changes to bolster the batting lineup. Jonny Bairstow, David Malan, Joe Root, Ben Stokes, Jos Buttler, you didn't have any problems with that. But then comes the 3 changes. Liam Livingstone, Moeen Ali, Chris Woakes, David Willey, Adil Rashid, Mark Wood. These are the 3 changes that is there. Liam Livingstone, Moeen Ali, Chris Woakes. So in this way, you have seen that there are 3 changes already in place at this point in time. Now, look at what has happened with this batting lineup. It's now come down all the way till number 9. Proper batting until number 9. Adil Rashid is one of your guys who can tonk a bit along with Mark Wood. But the other major thing is Malan, Bairstow, Root, Stokes, Buttler, Livingstone, Moeen Ali, Chris Woakes, David Willey. Batting until number 9. And Willey, remember, he can go the whole distance also with that. Look at the Sri Lanka team. They have made 2 changes as well. Lahiru Kumara has come in, and this name, Angelo Matthews. Now remember, Angelo Matthews could only come in because Matisha Pathirana was ruled out. Yes, Pathirana was ruled out of the entire World Cup, and this is the key reason why Angelo Matthews has come into the team. It is very important to note that this is Matthews' 4th World Cup. 2011, 2015, 2019, 2023. And that is the reason why it is very, very important to note that he will add a bit of balance to the batting lineup. Bowling, he is not going to do much at all. Let's make it very clear. Angelo Matthews, he's been plagued with back and hamstring issues, and that is why it is going to be a major, major problem. So, looking at it, Pathum Nissanka, Kusal Perera, Kusal Mendes, Sadira Samaravikrama, Charita Salanka, Dhananjay De Silva, Angelo Matthews, Mahesh Theekshana, Kasun Rajita, Lahiru Kumara and Dilshan Madhushanka. Now remember, Madhushanka has been in good form, the left arm pacer. Lahiru Kumara can give you a bit of pace but has been erratic. Kasun Rajita also has been very erratic. Theekshana, he had a bit of neck and hamstring issues at that time. That is why he could not play in the previous game, but now he is fit and fine. So that's why Theekshana will be very vital. Then you've got Dhananjay De Silva and Charita Salanka who can back up in the bowling department as well. On the other hand, look at it. Pathum Nissanka, Kusal Perera, Kusal Mendes, Sadira Samaravikrama. Kusal Mendes and Sadira Samaravikrama are the key for Sri Lanka. Because remember, they have held up in the batting in a big, big way. And because of that, Mendes, Sadira Samaravikrama, they will be the key in the middle order. The only concern is the opening. Neither of Pathum Nissanka or of Kusal Perera have fired in this. On the other hand, England, most of the key players have lost form at the wrong time. Ben Stokes just is coming back but is not fit. Root still has got a bit of an issue. So, David Malan, Jonny Bairstow, Jos Buttler, Liam Livingstone. In this way, Livingstone will be a vital key. If he doesn't fire, then you are in big trouble as an England supporter. And I am joined by Harshit, who's here, and let me tell you the latest update. England have won the toss and have chosen to bat. And vital game, crucial game for both, because if Sri Lanka or England win, the other's campaign is all but done.
Yeah.
Sri Lanka, on the other hand, remember, they hold a very vital statistical record. Not lost to England for 20 years. 7, 11, 15, 19. They didn't play in 2003. 99, they last lost. In the 21st century, they had lost in a World Cup. 20th century, rather. In the 21st century, still unbeaten. So, 3 changes. These 3. Livingston, Moeen, Chris Wokes.
Livingston was made to sit out the previous game, right?
Yes.
That's the only game. Otherwise, they'd stuck with him. Moeen is back.
Wokes is back.
Wokes is back. So, who's gone out here? You've seen...
David Willey is back.
Okay.
So, you don't have a Reece Topley, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Bryden Cars is also not. He's just been drafted in at this point in time.
Yeah.
You got Rashid Wood. Wood will open up with the bowling along with Wokes and Willey.
Yeah.
Wokes, Willey are your 2 power play bowlers.
True.
Then looking at it, the batting is the main concern.
But look at the spin options that they have here today.
3.
They've got Joe Root, they've got Moeen Ali, they've got Adil Rashid and Livingston. So they've got 4.
4 batting options,
spin bowling options, and you can expect good 30 overs from these 4. In excess of 30, in fact, you can look at.
Looking at it, it's a dry pitch. The one that was used previously, there Pakistan, Australia, that resulted in over 650 runs.
Correct.
That's not the pitch today.
Yeah.
It's pitch number 8. Slightly drier. So, but the boundaries are incredibly small at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Except the straight ones, square boundaries are this. But more interestingly, look at the Sri Lanka lineup. The certain veteran comes by, Angelo Matthews.
At some point, you were looking at his inclusion. Once he was it happened in 2 phases. First, it was being contemplated that should he join the team or not. Then we got to know last Thursday he was flown in. And then, of course, he ended up then replacing officially after the technical committee nod came in, Angelo Matthews. But I'm not too sure how big an impact Angelo Matthews can make even after his inclusion at this point. We know he's been
5 months he's not played.
He's been a hit or miss. Even before that, it's not like he was firing. I'm not too sure if he can create the kind of impact that Sri Lanka are in desperate need of at the moment. So you look at the 2 11s. I think England again. You would again, given how England play their cricket and have been playing, I know they've suffered 3 defeats already, but you don't look at them conceding more ground, especially in this particular match, because for me, I think England have the resources to get the wood over Sri Lanka in this match, perhaps not the other way around.
Yeah, I mean, see, looking at the team composition, you got 1, 2, 3 pacers.
Yeah.
Lahiru Kumara, Dilshan Madhushanka, Kasun Rajita.
Yeah.
You got 3 spinners. Tikshana, Dharanjay De Silva, Charita Salanka.
Are we even sure of Matthews bowling? I'm not too sure. Exactly.
He won't bowl because of his back and hamstring issues. Matthews hardly bowled even in 2019. He just bowled 1 over, got rid of Nicholas Pooran in that West Indies game. He won't bowl today. Forget about Angelo Matthews bowling. If he bowls, it will be a minor miracle then, because hardly he's rolled his arm over in the past couple of years.
So he's the team's Ben Stokes.
He is the team's Ben Stokes. But remember, I think for impact, Sri Lanka had beaten England. It was Matthews who played a vital role with the bat at that time in Leeds. They won by 20 runs. So Stokes, he will also hold the key. You may say, since you mentioned Ben Stokes, Angelo Matthews is their Ben Stokes in a way. But not played for 5 months. Suddenly drafted in because of the injury to Matisha Patirana, who's officially out. Dasun Shanaka was left out. That's why Kusal Mendes became the captain. So let us remember. Now the points table, if you look at it, 4 matches England and Sri Lanka have played. Only 1 win for both.
True.
England lost to Afghanistan. England lost to New Zealand. England have lost very badly to South Africa. Sri Lanka also losing to Australia, South Africa, and also to Pakistan. That's why they are also got 1 win against the Netherlands.
Yeah. In fact, I think England are at the bottom, right? At the
England, moment. I mean, 9 and 10. We are not talking about Netherlands or Bangladesh. This is Sri Lanka, England, the defending champions.
And as things stand, as they say, let's say wooden spoon holders, they look like wooden spoon holders. Though things will change, you expect things to change. And of course, there'll be changes because you're just at the halfway mark in this tournament.
Officially, you're halfway.
Exactly. The business end of the tournament is yet to arrive, and once it does, you expect those changes to happen. But today, given this Bangalore city, I think the 3rd game over there?
2nd.
This is the Pakistan-Australia
game.
Okay. Oh, since the national anthems are on, what else do we make of the pitch? Dry pitch? What's
maybe the team that bats first wants to have a big total, then batting will be a bit difficult in the second innings. Maybe.
Are we expecting any form of dew today?
Not in Bengaluru as such, because we saw even in the Pakistan-Australia game, there was not that much of dew. The weather is cool in Bangalore at this point in time. So, you might not see that much of dew. If there is moisture around, if there is rain predicted, then you may see a bit of dew. But hardly you see any dew in Bangalore at this point in time. So, remember, England have got two very vital games coming up. This, if they win it, 2 days later, they have to take on India in Lucknow.
Yeah.
Totally different conditions. That's 29th. 4th November, England, Australia and Ahmedabad.
Yeah.
These 3 games will determine whether England have a faint chance.
Yeah.
Because remember, if they win this, they will still get to 4. But already, look at this points table situation. If England win today, they get to 4. But already you're seeing the top 4 have got 10, 8, 8, 6. And if India beat them on Sunday, then out of 6 games, England would have gotten only 4 points. 3 more to 10. And that too one against Australia that you've got. Very, very difficult at this point. So that's why it's not looking good. You've got tough games coming up now for England and Sri Lanka also to a certain extent. Because Sri Lanka after this I think play India on November.
Sri Lanka have to play India on 2nd of November in
Mumbai. So it's not looking good. If England win today and they manage to beat India, only then they have a chance. Otherwise they don't.
Yeah.
For them to still have a chance, 27th, that's another table churner. Pakistan versus South Africa. Pakistan will have to beat South Africa. New Zealand will have to beat Australia. Then and only then they have a chance.
Correct.
Otherwise, they don't.
It is win or go home situation. Let's say for England, I was reading some quotes from Moeen Ali as well. And he does say that the camp does realize that the tournament could be over if they don't win more games. They can't really afford to be losing any more games. So they're very clear. England know that you don't win, you go home. That's the situation for England at the moment. 3 defeats. Of course, I'm sure they would have accounted for 2. Let's say in the build-up or in the run-up to the semi-final, final. But that loss against Afghanistan, I think it'll take some time for England to get over that loss, and it's really thrown the whole tournament prep and it's thrown the whole campaign aura for England.
Right. See, they have already suffered as many losses as they've had in 2019 already.
Yeah.
3 losses. That was 3 losses that they had even in 2019. They lost to Australia, they lost to Pakistan, they lost to Sri Lanka. Here they have lost to Afghanistan, South Africa and New Zealand. Yeah. And remember the South Africa loss, look at their net run rate, minus 1.248. It's the 3rd worst.
Right now, I don't think any team wants to play South Africa. I was looking at their win margins of the last 7 games, all in excess of 100 runs.
100 runs.
All in excess of 100 runs.
Yep, that's
It's not good signs. Look at that.
Look at
that net run. That's what I'm saying. Teams around England, let's say India, New Zealand, will need 2 wins of let's say 100-150 run margins to be able to even get closer to that plus 2.370 net run rate. Such has been the margin of victory.
Maybe Chennai could be that anti-South Africa wicket. Dry, slow. Maybe they can't get 350, 390 there. But remember, it's a Pakistan bowling lineup that is down and on its knees.
Even then, I think 390 in Chennai will be
it'll
be a record in so many ways.
Exactly.
But
look at it. See, because look at the net run rate of both. Minus 1.0 for Sri Lanka, minus 1.2. England have to win this by a big margin. Yesterday, when Australia won, they notched up their net run rate from minus 0.4 to plus 1.1.
Yeah.
They realized every win now is important because Australia on 28th are facing a very tricky encounter, New Zealand. For England, they'll have to hope that Australia does not win against New Zealand.
Yeah.
If New Zealand win, they can afford to go to 10. But Pakistan, if they beat South Africa, then it's 8. They get to 6 points. But again, the problem what will happen is either of South Africa or Pakistan will, if Pakistan win, they get to 6, South Africa remain on 8. England, they win 2, they get to 6, but their net run rate is a big issue. So, now everything relies on how well England do today. Bengaluru, second game, I would say, I think they are in with a good chance. They can erase 20 years of pain.
They can, in fact, go ahead and actually do some damage control in terms of their net run rate as well. That's the kind of game that I look at for England today. This should be the opportunity for them to make up for the damage that's been done already. Even a 70-80 run victory against Sri Lanka will be a good victory. It may not then reflect a lot on the net run rate, but right now England don't just need that net run rate revision, let's say, but they also need momentum. Right now this team is down on confidence. And given the fact that they have tougher opponents, the one of course in India on Sunday, they really need confidence at the moment. They lose today, India are battering them on Sunday.
Remember, this is a flat deck.
Yeah.
And remember, the one in Lucknow that might be dished up to England might necessarily not
tricky.
be flat.
Could be a tricky deck.
Yes, you could see trial by spin. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see how it goes. So, what are your predictions, Harshit, for this particular match?
England batting first. I'm looking at England against this Sri Lankan bowling lineup, posting somewhere around 330.
330. I would say, looking at the boundary dimensions and looking at the power hitters, they have batting right until number 9. I would say 350. They should hit 350. Because if they don't hit 350, then this England team does not deserve to defend the championship. They won't get a better opportunity. Flat deck, small boundaries, right up England's tactic that they've been playing since 2015. So I don't give Sri Lanka that much of a chance, but remember they have somehow won 4 times on the trot against them in the World Cup. So
see, because you look at the Sri Lankan side again, nothing against Sri Lanka, but the fact that these these conditions also go against who they are as a team at the moment. They've got decent spinners in the ranks, but they don't have, let's say, that X factor or somebody who can nail those Yorkers. I know Madhushan has been bringing you wickets.
That's a good ball, but he dug it out and it's potentially going to the boundary.
Madhushanka can give you a breakthrough here and there. He's been good so far of the what? I think he's played 3 games.
Wickets.
3 games. He's not played all, I believe.
He's not played all.
Yeah.
He didn't play Delhi against South Africa. He's played all and he's gotten decent wickets in that spray also. He got 4, if I remember, against Netherlands.
Okay.
He did well even against you may say Australia, got 3 wickets.
3 wickets, I think. Over
yeah.
There. Yeah.
Sri Lanka tried to review this.
Are they? No,
luckily they didn't.
Glad better sense prevailed. Because
it was clearly off the bat.
Exactly.
If it was of the boot, it wouldn't have gone too long.
Long on, exactly. I wonder what
it is not Chinnaswamy for all the obvious reasons.
There
it was.
No way.
Luckily, better sense.
way.
If it was a Pakistan, they definitely would have done it. I mean, if it was a Bangladesh, they would have done it. Remember, Bangladesh, straight middle of the bat, they reviewed. And it was for an LBW. So that's how my predictions are. I think it's an England win.
Even Babar took that horrendous review, the other day of Shaheen's bowling. Ball drifting, the naked eye you could tell. And
less said about Mr. Babar Azam's captain. But hit the pad
first. They may just have a breakthrough first up.
No, they didn't take the review. Oh man, that's a close call.
It brushed the pad.
Yes.
It brushed the pad very faintly.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see what Hawkeye has to say here. Anyhow, we'll leave you with the match visuals. Do enjoy the match. Hopefully it's a cracker. Hopefully you have some runs being scored at the Chinnaswamy, as we saw the other day in that match between Pakistan and Australia. For now, Siddharth Vishwanath, Harshit Ahuja, we'll take your leave.
Bye-bye. Tap that bell icon for more updates. He was gone.